It's a little additive piece here, just adding a character maybe to the screen so you're not looking at a first-person view, but maybe a third-person view. Here you can see I changed my values. Actually, what ended up happening was my costume, since I adjusted their size, they weren't relocated at the central. So the hardest part here is going to be seeing if there's a sprite that has some type of back projection. If there isn't, then that's something that you might have to draw yourself. Another thing that you could do is draw a car from a top-down perspective so you look like you're driving over the car. Really, in this case, if you were to find something of use from a top-down perspective, maybe in transportation, but all these appear to be kind of in a left-to-right persona here, but let's just try convertible number one. By adding convertible number one onto the racetrack, we can see if there's any other costumes available for this, which it doesn't look like there are. So you'd have to do some type of modification. So looking at this, what you could do is just draw your own car from a top-down view. So actually I'm going to erase this sprite altogether. And what you could do is you could paint your new sprite, or you could actually upload a new sprite. In this case, I'm going to try to draw a car to the best of my ability. Again, I'm not very artistic, but again, some type of projection for a sprite that gives you a top-down look at it. So in this case, I'm just going to paint it blue. I'm going to try my best here to produce some wheels. Again, like I said, I'm not the most coordinated when it comes to drawing in effects. Here's my little windshield here for my car. A little bit squiggly, but that's okay. Maybe my seats here. So my really bad car, but you get the point. What I'm going to do here now is I'm going to select this car and I'm going to make it much, much smaller. So basically by making it much, much smaller, I can now put this on the road. Okay, by putting it back on the road, the biggest thing again, which I ran into myself, which was a rookie mistake, is making sure that this is centralized. Okay, again, sometimes you'll chase this around, so you just click off the screen. Now that I have my car here, I can hopefully drag my car, and then we'll actually put in the command when this is collected. We want to move towards the point, so we want our car to kind of go where the distance aspect is. So -60, -1, -7, so -7, -160. So now when I click the green flag, my car is now there, and as you go left and right with your car, it makes the car appear as if it's traveling down the road. Very corny, I know. Covers up the distance thing, but that's something you could definitely fix if you want to drive the car a little bit more towards that, or move your distance variables around a little bit more. You could do that. One thing you could change is maybe put this over the top and put just the nose of the car on the platform, and then you could change that from being -160 to maybe that of in the middle of the screen. So now you're at 0, and then you could be all the way at, say, -170. So again, it fixes that kind of piece there. But again, just playing around with some of these, maybe not -170, maybe still have this at -6 over 170, maybe have it a little bit farther down, so -180. So it kind of takes that look off the page and gives you your distance, but gives you that perspective of that you're racing your car and going left to right, left to right. You could also add animation, something else you could do so that you have a left and right, so it makes it appear as if they're running more accurately. Again, you can see now that I have my finish line here. This costume seems to be a little offset, so I just got to make sure that I take that back to normal. So our final run through here, you can see that I'm racing my car using the left and right arrows. And as I race my car, I receive a time for driving across the finish line. As you can see, I'm not much of a gamer. I don't have very fast hands, but there you go. There's your race game for the eye test and using Game On.